Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday the 7th of July 2022. Thanks for joining me. It's a pleasure to live here at the moment. The kids have gone home for the summer. There's no drilling in the building. The bells are still ringing, but I can tolerate that. And it's just, I'm just enjoying the peace and quiet here. So I'm in such a good space. It's amazing what a difference that makes, just not being constantly bombarded with outside noise. And I'm really happy to be here, obviously, for this daily tarot reading. I'm going to use the Mystical Manga Tarot for today's reading, and I hardly ever use this deck. So let's see what these cards have to say about Thursday and what energy you'll be working with. And, you know, the thing is, whether you like this deck or not, it really doesn't matter. As long as you're working with the system of the tarot, whether you're into the images or you're not, the cards have a kind of voice of their own. And I think there's real value in using decks that... Oh, 3 cards have popped out. They're telling me to shut up and get on with it. Okay, fine, I'll do that. Jeez. Okay, we've got Strength, we've got the Ace of Wands, and we've got the King of Cups. Oh, wow. 3 really positive cards. Strength is about facing the music and saying, okay, I got a bill in the post that I didn't really want to get right now, but I will look at how I can pay this. Or someone said something to me that I don't like, I'll survive. You know, if you called me a name or said something that I'm not really in alignment with, that's not going to take me down. I'm strong. I can draw upon these inner resources, and I can succeed by focusing on my own will, what I think is important, and anything external to me that is trying to block me or keep me in a place where I feel stuck, or anything that is less than ideal, I'm able to deal with. So this card, and particularly today with all these flags here, I'm getting that there's real victory and real triumph available to you if you keep going and you focus on the things that are important to you, no matter how chaotic life is or how complicated things get. The focus is on your strength and your will and your desire. I always associate the lion, Leo, with fire, because in astrology it is a fire sign. And fire in the tarot, like the Ace of Wands here, and in astrology is all about life purpose and passion and drive, and this sense of what can I do right now to make life meaningful and exciting so that I feel like I'm on a path which is going to pay off for me. And it's not even the payoff at the end, it's a path that I enjoy walking. You know, like a nice little walk through the woods where the lights are coming through the leaves and being able to take pleasure in that moment. So you're certainly not going to feel a lack of motivation or drive via this card. You're unlikely to be overwhelmed by anything that comes your way. And we have all this armor, right? So the armor indicates an attack. It indicates conflict. Any conflict, really, you can look at and say, this doesn't really touch me. Do whatever you want. I'm protected. I'm safe. As long as I focus on what's important to me, I will thrive. That then sets you up to really receive this gift from the universe, the Ace of Wands, because the Ace cards are always presents that the universe gives you. And the Ace of Wands particularly is kind of the universe reaching out and saying, hey, pay attention for a second. This is something that really motivates you. This is something that's exciting. This is probably an area where you have major talent, where you can do well if you can engage with it. And if you follow these fiery flames, they will take you in a direction that you're going to be very, very pleased with. So both these cards are very much about you being focused on yourself and being self-contained and saying, it's my strength that's going to help me get out of this situation. So if you look at it that way, everything is manageable. Everything that you're presented with, you can deal with. On the downside, it doesn't create a lot of room for being of service or thinking about what other people are going through, or taking time out of your day to be charitable and to do things that are selfless. This is all about the self. So if you feel like you've been stuck, or if you felt super flat lately and you'll be like, well, I haven't got any interests and life purpose, other people may have a life purpose, but I certainly don't, then by going through your day as you usually would and dealing with everything head on, then that inner fire is lit up inside of you at some point, And you start to realize, oh wow, actually, I see an opportunity for change here. Or if I work with this a little bit, it might create an outcome that is going to make me really happy. Maybe I should try something new. Maybe I should go do some sort of a sport even, because fire is often about kind of getting your blood pumping and feeling this intense physical experience. Finally, we've got the King of Cups, and that then provides this charitable nature. The King of Cups is a court card, so this either appears as a person in your life or it's a quality that exists within you. So we've got two very different energies. The self, and how can I make it bigger? And here the King of Cups, how can I be loving? And how can I give of myself and nurture other people? How can I get in touch with my intuition? How can I be creative? How can I do things that are healing and nurturing and add a lot of value to the world? It's about getting in touch with your feelings and letting those guide you. So two people who are very different can meet today and something can light up between them and it's like, boom, okay, there's something here, there's major chemistry, let's see where this goes. So to me, this says a new relationship. It also means that there can be major balance in terms of what am I going to do with my life? How can I pursue my life purpose? But how can I do that in a way that takes other people's feelings and needs into account, so I'm not trampling over everybody else and getting into a bunch of conflict and being too much so that I lose people along the way. And then finally, if this is a characteristic that arises, then we've got a nice balance between fire and water, which is a difficult kind of line to walk. Because if you think about the elements literally, if you take a bunch of water and you throw it on this Ace of Wands card, some of these flames are going to go out, right? And if you heat up the water too much, it's going to start to sweat and evaporate. So I think a key thing is about balance. And if you are very, very driven towards achieving something on this day and pursuing something new, then the King of Cups actually slows that process in a nice way so that you don't, excuse the term, but burn yourself out. So you're not like a flash in the pan. You do something for an hour and then you're exhausted and you have to lie down on the couch for 6 hours. The King of Cups allows you to use your intuition, your feelings, to have compassion for other people and for yourself, and to say, how can I pursue my life purpose in a way that's loving, that benefits me and other people, and that minimizes any potential conflict, and that allows me to still care about the people around me. What keeps flashing in my mind is this image of the King of Cups being in hot water, that his environment starts to become very uncomfortable because the heat is coming from somewhere. And I feel that if you are trying to maintain a place of serenity and love, and you're like, you know, I'm meditating and I'm being creative here and I have my own, the outside world, like this warmonger here, the strength card, and I'm exaggerating, it could put a lot of pressure on that. So I feel like other people may impose themselves on you in a way because they're so driven and determined to get what they want that certain people may take a shortcut and may decide to lie or to do things that are underhanded or aggressive or just plain old wrong. Yeah, and by wrong, I mean, I know I maybe I shouldn't be behaving this way, but it feels good in the moment, and I'm not particularly interested in his or her feelings, so let me just go for it. It's that kind of throwaway, I'll deal with the fallout later, even though I know it's not particularly above board. Okay, so with the Strength card, really the main thing to manage the day and to overcome anything that's difficult is to say, do I have it within me to keep walking? And the answer is going to be yes. It leads you then to a place of illumination where things make sense and you feel incredibly powerful in achieving something new or trying out a different path, but particularly understanding yourself in a way that you haven't before. This is what makes me happy. For instance, it can be as simple as, hey, actually, I like doing yoga. It makes me feel good afterwards. Maybe I should look into this. And maybe if I feel rubbishy most days, then if I keep doing this, maybe the way I feel in my body will change. Let me just try it out. And then the King of Cups, ultimately, I feel that allowing yourself to try something new and to be on this path of discovery is going to be nurturing and healing in future. So look at new hobbies, look at new ways of operating, look at travel plans, new relationships. I think the key word there is new. Try something different. The cards are saying that you'll be presented with something that's going to bring a lot of love and joy and delight into your life. And I mentioned the pitfalls, so, don't go into megalomania if you can help it. And focus on creating something good and new in your life, because it's very likely to have beneficial results and create positive feelings in your daily experience, but also because this is about your life purpose and the path that's ahead of you, it will make your everyday experience in future richer and more positive. Wow. I love it. Okay. Number-wise, we've got strength, which is 8. And then the ace card counts as 1. The court card counts as 1 as well. So 8 and 1 is 9, and another 1 is 10. 10 then reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is the same as the Ace of Wands. It's like the Magician in the Tarot, the first card in the Major Arcana. And again, that encapsulates the message very nicely, because if you listen to your feelings and the guidance of your higher self, that's then going to allow you to try something new in your practical life that is enchanting and satisfying and fulfilling and full of fire and life. And it illuminates things. So this is a fabulous day for anyone who feels stuck or flat, really. Things will shift, things will move again. Have faith in that process. And the easiest way to tap into this is to simply try something you haven't tried before. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, scroll down a little bit until you get to the button that says book your reading. Click on that to order your reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. So if you have any questions about your life purpose or how to deal with conflict or challenges, what's coming up for you in love, relationships, finance, moving, anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and also click on the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of me going live on the channel, although I haven't done that in a few days now. And also share the video online if you can. That would be amazing. So have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.